YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Another day for me to appreciate you guys for all the support you guys have been showing on the channel. Again, I just want to say just thank you guys. You feel what I'm saying? I'm literally at a loss of words for all the support you guys have been giving me lately. Again, I appreciate you guys. Again, we've hit 2,000 subscribers and we are well on the way to 3,000. So again, I'm nothing without you guys. So you know what I'm saying? If this video does help you out in any way, shape, or form, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? We dropping good bangers over here as much as I can. I wouldn't say daily, but as much as I can. I try to do daily, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. But today we got the video for you guys to go over. I got 5 tips to excel and exceed in the Super Bowl event, just how to have you guys win more games, etc., and just the mentality that you need to have going into the mode. So without further ado, I've been yapping too much. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. So tip number 1 is going to be that this mode is low risk. It is completely low risk. It is free entry. You guys, I see a lot of you guys, you know, saying you're struggling, and you know, I can almost kind of sense the stress through, you know, I check my YouTube comments on my phone, but I can almost sense the stress coming from some of you guys. Play this mode and just chill. You don't have to sweat. It's not like your life is on the line. It's only 2-minute quarters and everything like that. Enjoy the mode, load up, you know what I'm saying, and just try to learn from each game. Take away at least one thing from every game that you can improve on and everything like that. And I truly think if you just look at it from the perspective that, hey, I'm not going to win every game, but even if I don't win every game, as long as I win at least one game, I come out of this mode in profit. And even if I don't win a game, I don't lose any coins. So it's 100% free, and just go out here and just have fun. Now, I know that's pretty cliche, but that's what I would recommend to you guys. But tip number 2 is going to be your coin toss settings. Now, how you get to your coin toss settings, you want to go to your settings as soon as you load into the game. Don't even click on Ultimate Team. You want to go all the way down to settings, and you're going to be under this game option tab. As you guys can see right above my head right there where it says coin toss first choice. You guys want to be the person with the ball at the least amount, or not the least amount. You want to be the person with the ball last. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to be the person with the ball last the most amount of times, and this will allow you guys to do that. Because if you're coin toss first choice, if you win, you get to kick, and then you will get the ball in the second half. So basically what that means, if you get one stop in the first half, whether it's 2 minutes, 3-minute quarters, you're more than likely going to be guaranteed to win the game, and it puts you in a much better position than you receiving. It puts more pressure on your opponent, in my opinion. That's something that I think is really underrated and just not spoken about a lot when it comes to this mode, and I think it would actually be the difference between some of you guys winning and losing some of your games. Now, when it comes to coin toss second choice, we're going to go with wind, so that your opponent has less chances to take the ball out. Honestly, this doesn't really matter as much as before, you know, when the kickers weren't really as good, but we have pretty good kickers now where they can kick it out of the end zone most of the time. But you do want to kick with wind, so you get that extra oomph on the ball when you kick it with the wind. Obviously, the wind is going to push the ball further. You push out the end zone, less opportunity for your opponent to get fluke. That is something that I agree. Now, tip number 3 is tip number 3 and tip number 4 kind of go hand in hand. So let's talk about it. It's going to be a lot of things on defense. I'm not even going to talk about offense. What I found a lot of the times is that if I get one stop on my opponent, they're more than likely going to quit. I get quick quits usually whenever I stop my opponent once. So tip number 3 is going to be find a blitz for you and build your scheme behind that, essentially. So what I mean, obviously, again, I'm going to move my face cam. Let me move my face cam over here real quick. So your coaching adjustments, this is something important. I know you guys were asking me a lot of questions about this. So coach adjustments, if you want to get to that, whenever you're picking a formation, not before you're picking a play, but when you're picking a formation, press the right stick in and take you to coaching adjustments. I turn auto flip off because that allows the loop blitz to go in. And before I keep talking about it, I know a lot of y'all just cringed when I said loop blitz, but for me, I'm playing this mode to make coins. I'm not out here to make friends. Again, like I said in the video before, if somebody is not stopping my blitz, I'm going to keep calling it over and over and over and over and over and over and over until I win the game. I don't care. I'm sorry. That's just how it's got to be. I'm out here to make coins. I'm not here to make friends with a lot of these people. So I'm going to turn my auto flip on. I like to base align because, again, this does allow your players to just kind of line up better. It also allows you to disguise coverage as well. They line up the same way every time, which is why I like to do that. I put my offense and defense on conservative. This is going to make your players focus on the QB, on the option instead of the run. So your job is to guard the running back, and your defense will crash on the quarterback if somebody tries to do, read option, triple option, things like that. Again, I also like to put my hooks on 5. This is personal preference, but that kind of ties into my 4th tip, and that's going to be zone drops. So also in these coaching adjustments, when it comes to zone drops, like we were talking about in the video before, if your opponent is 2nd and 20, 3rd and 20, 3rd and 15, 2nd and 15, probably would be smart for you guys to put your zone drops where that kind of first down is, to make people throw underneath and come down and make a tackle. It'll make people kind of get more antsy and make them feel like they have to push the ball down the field. And a lot of people are going to try to push the ball down on the field on you, and they're not going to want to take their underneath. It'll help you get, if you have a good blitz, it'll help you get to the quarterback a lot quicker and all those things. Now, again, like I was saying, let's go ahead and talk about, a blitz. So I like to run nickel 3-3 odd. This is one of my favorite formations in the game. It is in the Vikings playbook. I see a lot of comments about you guys asking me about the playbook. I am in the Vikings playbook on defense. I run nickel 3-3 odd, and I run this LB cross 3 show 2. Okay. And essentially I just, again, adjust my coverage based on what my opponent is doing. If my opponent isn't showing me anything, I will kind of just sit in, this sort of blitz. So I will, show blitz before the play call. So that's going to be wire triangle, and then RB or R1, depending on if you're PlayStation or Xbox. If you don't know your controller buttons, I don't know what to tell you. I leave this left of screen linebacker in this blitz assignment. I drag him back. We also put this on a zone assignment that allows you to then be able to switch stick. I will then put my safeties on deep quarters. Now, as you guys can see, the weakness is the middle of the field right here. All this is the middle of the field. This area is my job. Anything outside of that, I'm probably not going to run towards. If I have to run outside of here, I'm going to switch stick. That is why I like this sort of defense, because it allows me to just range over the middle of the field, not really worry about anything. If I need to switch stick, I will. I will also shade my coverage down. How you do that is a wire triangle, depending on what platform you're on, and you're going to push the right stick down. Not push it in, push it down. Like push the stick down. That way you guys have these hard flats. Again, if you do your coaching adjustments and you change your flats, that is what will change these. But again, it's just going to allow you guys to do that, and it will allow the blitz to come in. One more thing as well, if my opponent is on obvious passing downs, whether it's like a really long or I just notice he's not passing the ball, I will also pass commit. How you pass commit is going to be right bumper, RB or R1 on PlayStation, and up on the right stick. That is going to pass commit. It'll help you get better block sheds. It'll help your players just play better in zone. So a combination of all those things, will allow, again, the blitz didn't come in practice mode, but again, it would allow your opponent, or it will allow you to get to your opponent's quarterback a lot quicker. Again, I can't tell you guys how to play the game. I can't tell you what blitz works for you, but find a blitz and adjust your coverage behind it. Now, again, if somebody is, if they're peppering the middle of the field, obviously I will switch to something like Tampa 2. Tampa 2 is, just to do that. And as you guys can see, the alignment of the players are the same. It doesn't look any different than the cover 4. And I will kind of mix this in at that point. Obviously, if they are peppering the middle of the field, again, that's just what I like to do. And see, I just switched stick on the AI and made them take the underneath. The underneath was wide open. It took them that long to do that. A lot of people online are going to do that. So that's what I would say. Hopefully all those things that I'm saying is making sense. And let's go ahead and get into the last tip number 5. Now, the last tip that I have for you guys is abilities. Abilities are some of the most important things in this game, and it can take your team from being average or just good to being elite or being great. You feel what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people. I've played a lot of people. I played somebody that literally had a Julio Jones. He had all his AP on Julio Jones. Does Julio, I'm gonna just ask, let me just ask y'all, right? Does Julio Jones have that much of an effect on the game where he touches the ball every play? No, right? Just giving you, what I'm saying, I had my little moment there. But look, it makes more sense to have your abilities on your quarterback. You can put abilities on your wide receivers if you want, but don't use all your AP on your receivers, on your running back, things like that. Make sure you have something on your quarterback. Find a quarterback that you like. Again, this Jeff Garcia is somebody that I really like. I really like his ability stack. He gets gunslinger, dashing, deadeye, master, tactician, and gift wrap, all for 8 AP. And then I also put one of the rest of the AP I have on this Cam Jorgens. I just did it. He has one AP. I was like, I might as well do it. But again, I think you should put all your AP on your quarterback, or at least most of it on your quarterback. Again, my team is pretty good, so I'm not going to say I don't have a good team. But again, I feel like a lot of people are misguided when it comes to that. As well, on defense, I think on defense, you guys should be having as many mid zones as you can on the field. I have mid zones pretty much at every position. Mid zone is an ability that triggers the most over the field. Again, I have a video going over abilities, so if you guys just go check that out, I kind of explain it. But mid zone triggers the most on the most real estate on the field, on the most areas on the field, which is why you want to have that, so you can knock the ball out, and your opponent has much more struggle trying to pass the ball and everything. It kind of makes your opponent one-dimensional, and you can stop the run as well. Now, when it comes to your pass rushers, I think you guys should be putting on double or nothing. I think that is one of the best pass rushing abilities in the game. I just let my opponent run. If they want to run on me on 2-minute quarters, they just got it. You feel me? But also as well, double or nothing is thing. I have edge threat on my Terrell Suggs. So these are the 3 cards that I will personally pass rush. Everybody else will be in coverage, which is why I have mid zone on everybody else. And if you can, put on pick artist, put on lurk artist on your user if you're running a middle linebacker, things like that. Just making sure you have the best abilities on the field. Now, that is going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Hopefully, I did make, I did help you guys out with some of the tips that I did give you guys. Hopefully it did help. Let me know down in the comments if they helped. Hopefully, you guys can go out there and get some more wins, go make you some coins, and enjoy the mode the same way that I am, man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video, man. Love y'all. Peace.